Hello everybody, welcome to my 0 subscriber special! Yes, I am making a special for my 0 subscribers because I want to commemorate this moment where I finally started my YouTube channel. And you know, 0 is only 100 away from 100 subscribers. For those of you that don't know me, welcome to my channel. I'm Sakura and, well, of course you don't know me, I have 0 subscribers. So everybody's new here, welcome. Usually my channel is around giving communication tips to help you communicate better in your personal and professional life, but today, as a special, I'm just here as me. And if you do look at my past videos, you'll notice that the setup is very different. I actually tried to go outside today because it's not hot as outside. And it's actually quite nice, and I also wanted to test out my microphone that I have. And isn't it sad that I actually had this microphone the whole time, yet my sound is still not great on my other videos. I like to blame it on my camera setup that I have going on inside, but I guess, only a microphone can do so much unless its owner actually utilizes it well. So let's talk about 2020 and starting a YouTube channel in 2020. Well, it's off to a really interesting start. As you know, 2020 has been the year of a global pandemic that nobody ever saw coming, so we have that going for us. I hope that many of you watching this video haven't been affected too negatively by it, and I know that's kind of a weird thing to say. I say this because for me, it has been a really challenging year so far, but honestly, a lot of the things that have been happening to me have been a blessing in disguise. And I also know when I say that I must be one privileged person to be able to say something like that. And I know how I come off, but I did want to be quite honest in this because I believe in transparency, I believe in authenticity. I'm not gonna lie about my experiences with my viewers. So, weird year. Also, the year I started YouTube. Finally, after years and years of contemplating, here I am. Welcome to my channel. I do want to say one thing. When you're watching YouTube, you know you follow a lot of people for a very long time, myself included. I have followed many YouTubers throughout the years, and I see them with so much success. And I'm so happy for them. So I see YouTubers buying houses, they're getting married, they're having kids. It was all fun and games doing the thrift hauls and the makeup tutorials, but now they're actually leading adult lives. So that has been really great to see. That's a noisy car. I will also say though that I have found it more and more difficult to relate to a lot of the YouTubers nowadays. Not only because of their lives that they live, of course, with I guess the newfound fame and money that they have, which is again not a bad thing at all. And you know, I was really excited, for example, when somebody bought a house, a YouTuber that I've been following for a long time. But you know what? I drew the line and I was so betrayed when she used a Dyson hair curler in her video. And for those of you who don't know, this Dyson hair curler that a lot of YouTubers are reviewing and also using in their videos is like $500, which I don't know what $500 means to you, but I was like, I am officially too poor to relate to this person. Which, of course, I don't resent at all. You know, I'm so happy for the YouTubers that I supported, that I really loved and really cared for. They have comfortable lives, you know? Like, what an amazing opportunity for them to have been able to do that through the channel of YouTube. I mean, that's the dream, right? But, you know, when they started using their Dyson hair curlers, I'm like, I am out because this is just not a life that I can relate to anymore. So, how do we balance being supportive and happy for the people that we follow and the people that we have invested in, simultaneously their world becoming a little bit less and less relatable? And, you know, do we keep watching? You know, I do have a little bit of guilt not watching their YouTube channel anymore. And of course, like, you know, that's not the hair curl thing. It's not the only thing that's stopped me from watching videos, but that's actually what inspired me to make my own video because I am just a wee old commoner in the middle of Tokyo. I work a full-time job, 9 to 5, working from home right now, and I don't have such an extraordinary life as one might say, I guess. But also, other people may be like, "Wow, you're so privileged to be living in Tokyo and having a full-time job right now." Which, to be fair, yes. But I just wanted to say that I wanted to make my channel because I really think that people should be entitled to or have the rights and the privileges to education. And I know education can be quite a broad term in terms of like going to uni, or maybe taking online lessons, going to a coding boot camp, whatever it may be. I believe that everybody should have the freedom and the right to receive an education if they want to. And you can see how peaceful my neighborhood is with the kids outside that are ruining my video. Thanks, guys. Just kidding. It's actually a really nice neighborhood that I live in. So again, that's another thing that I'm definitely privileged to be in right now. So thank you for my company for giving me money to live right now. But what I was gonna say is, I really believe that everybody should have the rights and the freedom to receive some type of education if they want to receive it, because that is the thing that really pushes us forward and give us the opportunities or give us the chance to, I guess what you can say, become something. And a core of all of this, whether it is in education or succeeding in your professional life, I think that communication is really in the midst of all of that. You know, if you cannot, no matter how smart you are, no matter how many qualifications that you have, if you do not have effective communication skills to showcase who you are, what you stand for, and what you have done, you know, what do you have? You know, you may have the greatest resume, but you show up to an interview and you can't even show people how great you are if you don't have that type of communication skill. So I made my channel to make sure that the people that wanted to learn how to upskill themselves or how to communicate better, that they had that opportunity and for free. And that's what I love about YouTube, is that it is free. It is a free resource for everyone. So that's a little bit about me and why I started this channel and how I feel about the YouTube, or I guess YouTubers in general right now in 2020. I am really looking forward to seeing fresh content and also, I guess, fresh ideas, because it has been around for such a long time. And I do find that a lot of the things have been about reinventing the wheel, you know, and not that competition can exist, of course. Like, you have beauty vloggers all over the world, I guess, in the same competition. And there's nothing wrong with that, because everybody is completely different and everybody has the right to kind of tell the world their story. Are you a YouTuber? Did you just start in 2020? And what motivated you to start a channel? Because for me, as I mentioned, it took car. You know, for me, it took literally years for me to start this channel because I'm so afraid of failure. And there are just so many things that I wanted to put in. I was like, oh, I have to make good thumbnails and I have to get a nice camera and I have to think of content that's interesting. And my personality is not enough for people to actually watch. So there was always so much self-doubt in who I am and the things that I create, when all I had to do was just try. And I think that's what's great about YouTube, is like, well, if you think about it, the risk is actually quite low. You know, the risk is that you start a channel, nobody watches your channel, or you get some haters for, I guess, no reason, and then they shut you down and you feel bad about yourself. But how, you know, how much of a risk really is that? Because as for the people that are saying mean things about your channel, you know, they don't really matter in your life, so I guess it shouldn't affect you that much in theory. And also, if nobody watches your videos, then there's, you know, seriously no harm done. So I had been so afraid of making something perfect or making something worthy of YouTube, when in reality all I had to do was just become a content creator. I kind of also hate that word too, like content creator sounds so I don't know, fancy, and I'm not a fancy person, I'm just me. So I guess I am technically a content creator now, but at heart I'm just It's just me talking. So I hope that that's no, I don't hope that it's enough for you. It is enough because I have to believe it myself, right? So for those of you who are starting your channels also in 2020, congratulations. You should also commemorate by making a 0 subscriber special, because this is a great time to commemorate what you have, which is the opportunity to start this channel, to start something new, to create, to find something that you love. And that's exactly what I'm doing. I'm just kind of exploring my options here. And that aspect of be yourself has been really tough for me, at least in this channel, because while I do love talking about communication, which makes sense, I also thought, like, how do I show who I am with everybody? How do I get people to care about me? And not care about me as in care about my channel and to subscribe, but care about me as a person, right? Because I think that when we nowadays subscribe to other people, it's not only because we're interested in the content, but you're also invested in the person. You're watching the video and you're thinking, wow, this person's really interesting, or oh, this person's really funny, and I would like to brighten my day up with the stuff that they, I guess, show us. There is a screaming baby in my background, so I'm just gonna wait. Completely unrelated, something that I've been feeling in 2020 is a lot of emotional fatigue. The reason being, for me, as I mentioned, I am definitely privileged in the sense that, I'm healthy, my friends and family are okay, I haven't had a major loss in that sense. I also have a full-time job that pays me regularly. I live in a nice clean apartment in Tokyo, that in a neighborhood that I love. So there's a lot of things that I have to be grateful for, and I really am. I spend a lot of time trying to think about, well, I have it much better than X, Y, and Z people, so I should never complain. And that's kind of a hard mentality to have, which sounds, again, really privileged, but I think that a lot of people can actually relate, that you're constantly teeter-tottering between I should be grateful for what I have because I am lucky, and also I feel like shit. Like, I am not feeling great. Let's say the more smaller things in life, like, oh, my trip got canceled, I can't do this anymore, I have to wear a mask. Like, I mean, well, that's a different thing, but you have these things that you plan for that maybe they fell through because of Corona. So it seems like those things are so minuscule compared to, let's say, losing a life or becoming sick or losing a job. So as someone who has been somewhat lucky throughout this whole process this year, I really had to think, like, how do I balance being grateful and happy with what I have, but also allowing myself to feel frustrated with the things that, are upsetting to me. And there's definitely a lot of guilt that I had going on, and I didn't really know how to deal with it besides about it with other people. And that in itself is really challenging, right? Like, how do you complain about something that you shouldn't really be complaining about in the first place? But I realized that you can't really think like that. Everybody has their own struggles and their challenges, and yes, some may be objectively worse or scarier or more impactful negatively than others, but that doesn't mean that your feelings aren't real and that you shouldn't deal with those feelings, that you should push them away, because that's just not true. It's not healthy. And I have definitely felt at points throughout this year this massive burnout of, like, I don't want to do anything. It just feels meaningless, right? So I'm really wondering how a lot of other people feel during this time, because I think that, yes, a lot of people have gone through those extreme negative things, but maybe a majority of people haven't. So do you also feel this guilt? Or are you just happy to be, having what you have, and are you really upset with other things? It's been really difficult, but I guess I'm just taking it day by day, and I guess I want you to know, if you are feeling that way, that it is okay to be upset about something that's seemingly small, because it's important to you, and that's what matters. Okay, so I think I have babbled on for long enough, so thank you if you are still watching this video right now, and please consider being my first subscriber. if you do want to see more of, I guess, these types of videos, or again, I make this channel so that I can help upskill you to become a better communicator. If you're interested in this content, please give this video a thumbs up. So thanks so much, and hopefully I'll see you guys later. Bye!